I'm Laura from MuggleNet. So for Devon in particular, you just recently had your first audition after a long time.
Mm-hmm.
How is the audition process compare as a young child actor to an adult?
As a child, like, there was no pressure really put on whatsoever. So like everything was all fun. And as growing older now, I'm not that older, it's an awful lot more pressure after being on Harry Potter and things like that. You've got to prepare way more in advance. You can't be messing up every second line and things like that.
So to all of you, how does Harry Potter, in your experience on your resume, affect your auditions?
People do ask about it. They are interested. But I don't know, I guess being in London, it's not really, I mean, it's great. Like, they say, oh, so you did this, and they ask about it, but it's not like, oh my gosh, like, I think I went to LA a couple of years ago, and they were really interested then, so I think it's a bit different, but otherwise it's just, you know, it's great, and you say it's a great experience, and yeah, they just ask about it, but it's never like, oh, I'll give you this because you were in it.
Yeah, the interview that I done there recently, the audition I done recently, like, we spent about 5 minutes auditioning, and the rest of it was just like half an hour talking about Harry Potter and my experiences and all that kind of stuff. They want to know everything that had happened. So
like they're fans.
Oh yeah, they were huge fans. So I think they got me there just to talk about Harry Potter more than actually audition for the part. I haven't heard back from them. I have, that's a lie.
Yeah, it's just the same. They just ask a couple of questions. They seem a little bit interested, but they're not over the top asking you loads of things. That's happened to me anyway. So they just ask a couple of questions.
Great, thank you.
Okay. Hey, I'm Stephanie. I'm from a website called Offbeat Families, and it's just like parenting and caregivers and stuff. So I crowdsourced because I was like, you guys, I can talk to Harry Potter people. What do you want to know? And I got all kinds of like crazy. I got like questions for your characters. I'm not gonna go there.
Okay.
But yeah, people are like, no. But the biggest like thing people seem to be interested in, and this is because it's a lot of parents, like, how does it feel now? And this is more, I guess, Scarlett and Devon, because you're still young, you know her, but you can still weigh in. How does it feel kind of as adults to have these parts of your childhood forever sort of captured? Like, we all saw you, especially Devon, like, I mean, you were like little when you started, and this is a huge, like big part of your childhood that's also wrapped up in the childhood of these fictional characters. Like, do you, like, basically, what is it like to have your childhood as such a huge part of pop culture, and where, like, as children, did you sort of make the divide between, like, I'm doing my kid things, and I'm this character who's a kid doing their kid things in the context of this big, overarching pop cultural thing? Does that? I crowdsourced for a while, so we developed it. Sorry.
I don't know. I think for me, I got it in my teens,
right.
So I was never as young as these two. But yeah, so I kind of had my messing about childhood sort of thing, and I was so serious about doing it, but it was fun at the same time. I never went thinking, oh, half the time I wasn't thinking, oh, this is a job, blah, blah, blah. I was thinking, gosh, I just am so grateful for what I'm doing, and this is so great, and I'm working with amazing people, and this is so much fun. So I don't know, I don't, but now when you say it, I think it is really amazing, and I'm so grateful for that opportunity, and I'll never forget it, and it's great to watch them as well.
Yeah, for me, like, it didn't feel like work whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, growing up as an 11-year-old, starting on Harry Potter, I think it was, and like, it was just all fun and games. Everybody was my own age, so it was cool. Like, being in something that was so big and having spent half of my life on the Harry Potter sets,
Right.
it was like absolutely amazing. You
Maybe
know,
like 30 years I'll ask you guys again. And
exactly.
then we come back.
Well, yeah. And like, the way I kind of say I had my child life outside Harry Potter, I have horses, and I would be back there, and I'd be out riding my horses with my friends, and going out and having fun with them, going to cinemas, just being a normal child.
My name is Louisa Stein. I'm a professor at Library College, and I'm here with a couple other professors as part of for a website called Antenna, which is like an academic popular culture website. And my students, for them, Harry Potter is such an important sort of cultural. It's for me too, but such an important kind of cultural. It's in the air. It's everything that they can connect to each other and to me with. And if there's ever a conversation, I just say Harry Potter and I start talking. And then that's especially, clear here at LeakyCon how much it matters for the generation. So I was wondering then what it feels like to you to have been part of it. Were you meeting at fans before you then became part of it? And does it change your relationship both to the text and to not just fandom, but popular culture at this point and your friends when it's something else to them than it is to you, if that makes sense?
I'm kind of confused.
Well, you have a different relationship to Harry Potter than like most other people your age, right? So I was kind of wondering how you feel that, whether that's changed over time.
Well, to be honest, yeah, I was a fan before. I wasn't a mad Harry Potter fan, but I loved the films. So it was always a family thing. I love the cinema. I go as often and whenever I can. I will happily go on my own and see a film twice. But yeah, so whenever Harry Potter came out, it was always a family thing. We'd always go together. And so that feeling of going with my family and being all together and being in a cinema that was packed down, everyone loving the experience, it's great. It's so special. So yeah, again, I'm so grateful to be a part of something like that. And I can't imagine Harry Potter not being in my childhood. So
you just feel closer to it once you got to be actually part of that? Or
yeah, I guess so, because when we were doing it, everyone is like a family. Like when I said earlier, when people were asking questions, I was nervous coming into it because, I don't know, I was like 16, 17, it's a bit of an awkward age, and everyone had been doing it for so long, when they were really little. But everyone was so welcoming and so lovely, and yeah, you have some sort of protection over it, and you do feel, closer to it, you do. So yeah, it's great, very special.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the Harry Potter books and the films before I got into it, and it made my dream come true, I guess, because when I was reading the books and everything, I thought, well, that would probably be my dream of what I'd like to do, and it was just amazing for it to be part of my childhood as well. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't, to be fair, like I'd never heard of Harry Potter before I went for the part. When I found out about it, the audition, or being sent over, it was, you're going over to meet Harry Potter and stuff like that. And I thought that the director's name was Harry Potter. So when I finally went in and I met Chris Columbus, and I was like, now I'm really confused. Who's the director? Who was Harry? So then I met Daniel, and it kind of became clear what it was all about. But like being protective over my character, like the amount of times like people are telling you this about your character and that about your character, and you're kind of okay, that's kind of weird. And then like reading the books, then after Harry Potter, really kind of opened my eyes to really exactly what the character was all about. And all the way through, like you are really protective of them. Not just your character, like the other characters as well, yeah.
Well, because everyone's so close as well.
Exactly.
So you just feel that protection. So yeah.
Hi. My name's Amanda. I'm from Voorhees Media. Ryan and Genevieve, and we're from Canada. Thank you for Commonwealth. Anyways, we have a question for you because you come from within this fandom and you get to experience conventions like this and all the fans of Harry Potter. That I mean, the movies have gone and the books have gone, but it's still really lively. And from your perspectives, dealing with fans in your lives, what do you think the future of this fandom is? From what you've seen or what you hope the future of the fandom could be?
I think it's going to go on forever. I think that they'll pass it down to their kids and then their grandkids, and then it will just keep going on and it will always be known. But if it doesn't, I really, really hope it does, because it's amazing and it should be known for a long time.
I think with all the new theme parks and everything like that it's opening up a much bigger scale to people that have never seen Harry Potter before. They go to the theme parks, they enjoy it, and then they want to watch it. So hopefully that can only be good, and they can broaden it out over the next however many years and get bigger and bigger and bigger every couple of years, hopefully.
Yeah, no, same. I agree. Honestly, I do honestly think it will. I don't see why younger kids wouldn't enjoy it. I mean, our generation seemed to have really loved it, so I don't see why others wouldn't. So no, I can just imagine more games coming out, bigger theme parks and things like that.
It's kind of like Star Wars, the way Star Wars, the fan base just kind of got bigger and bigger and bigger the longer the movie was finished. So hopefully maybe that can be the same with Harry Potter.
So cool. Yeah.
It would be great. Exactly.
Are there any specific sort of book to film projects or any other like crazy projects that you, if you had to pick, you had the money, you had the time, you had the resources that you would be on?
I would have been in Hunger Games because that's my favourite book. That and Darren Shan's books are my
Nice.
favourite. So either of them.
Okay.
I don't know. I was saying, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just started reading The Power of Five,
Okay.
Oblivion, by Anthony Horowitz. And apparently there's I haven't got to that bit yet, I've only just started reading it, but my best friend's mum was telling me there's a character in it called Scarlett. So that's why I started reading. I was like, oh my goodness, and apparently she's very similar to me. So I was like, I have to read this. So if I could, I would, and I'd put myself in it. But no, otherwise, I love, my favourite book is Memoirs of a Geisha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would just love to be a geisha girl for the day. That's like my all-time dream. So yeah, that.
All right.
I have no idea.
Too much to
Like a
choose from.
million.
Yeah, I've read so many books. But yeah, I didn't think I could pick just one that I could turn into a movie and then be in a movie. I'm really not sure. I think this might sound really, really silly, but I used to read child books when I was young, obviously. They're called My Secret Unicorn. And it was about this horse that would turn into a unicorn at night whenever its owner gets to see it. I'd love to be the owner because then I get to have a unicorn.
That one's fun.
But yeah, I'm apart from that, I have no idea because I've read so many books.
Right. Thank you.
So yeah.
Everyone. So obviously you're part of Harry Potter, huge fandom, and here at LeakyCon, you know, there's lots of fandoms. What other fandom are you a fan of, or would you like to be a part of?
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games, yeah.
Or no, Game of Thrones. I honestly could talk about that.
What part on Game of Thrones would you want to have had?
Daenerys. She's just so cool. I just want a dragon. I'm serious. Like the second to last episode in the latest series.
So if you guys said Hunger Games, which roles would you have wanted to play?
Peter.
I would have loved to
Or
be
Hamish.
Prim, probably Primrose. She's really
Primrose,
sweet.
yeah, so cute.
Yeah, probably.
Hamish is really cool. I like him.
I like
I don't think I've got the age.
I think they're making the Unicorn series into something. I don't know if it's TV or movie, but I feel like I just read that and I was like, oh, because I used to read those.
Is it called My Secret Unicorn?
Yeah, I feel like
Yay.
I can look it up and I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I know that I was something that I remembered. But my question is, and this may be another that you're like, I don't know, come back to me in the future. But I have a 4-year-old, loves Harry Potter, so I think it absolutely is going to go on, you know, through the ages. How do you guys think, if you have kids, like, way down the line, how will you, like, introduce it? Will you be like, because I know, like, I'm a big Beatles fan. I know George Harrison with his son, he would come home, oh, have you ever heard this song? He'd be like, oh, yeah, man, that's a great song. You know, he wouldn't say, I wrote that song or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, do you think you'll be, like, will you just read the books? Will you, I know, I'm sure you're like, I'm going to read book 1, like, you're gonna have,
Yeah.
like, will you say, they were movies, I was in them, will you show the movies first? Like, how will that, or do you even, have you even thought of it? I'm sure you haven't.
I've never thought
Yeah.
of it, but if I did, I would probably read the books to them first because obviously, yeah, and then like nighttime stories.
Right.
I'd probably read the books to them, and then once they read through the books and they understand it more, then I would show them the films and see how other people portrayed it.
Exactly.
So,
I thought about this when you were talking about their relationship with it. I was like, oh my gosh, they might have kids, and then they can just share it. That's crazy. So, yeah.
I have a question. Not tiered. I'm wondering, do any of you, do you have Twitter? Do you interact with fans over Twitter? And if yes or no, what's maybe your most memorable fan interaction on Twitter or
I love Twitter. It's so nice. Yeah.
It kind of takes over your life.
It does, in a really, in a grey way and in a sad way. I feel some sort of anxiety when I don't have my phone, and that's just ridiculous to say, but it's so true. No, I love Twitter, and they're just, fans are just so nice. I don't know, the funniest ones are, I guess, I don't know, someone managed to get a hold of baby pictures of my sister and I. And a couple of people were sketching baby pictures of me and my sister. My sister's like, this is so weird but so cool. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so things like that. But it's nice. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, it's just a nice way for friends just to say hello and you say hi and kind of thing. But it's also a really nice way to keep in contact with the people that you've worked with in Harry Potter films. So if obviously we don't get to see them as often, so it's a nice way to keep in contact and say hello. So that's probably why it's really good. It's nice to say hi to fans as well.
That's it. The fans don't always get a chance to meet us and things like that, so it's a great way for them to interact with us and have a conversation and talk about whatever is on their mind and whatever's on our mind and just have a laugh.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then like when people just tell you that like you're doing a great job, like or that they're big fans of movies, that they've grown up watching us and it's been a huge part of our life. Like that's a pretty cool feeling to know that you've got to kind of help people out. And then there was one girl, and this is going back when I first got to it. I'd only just started it up, and she was saying she used to be really, really depressed and things like that. And then Harry Potter came along, and she started meeting new friends through reading books in school and things like that. And like it was cool, and then she was a big fan of the movies, and that was great hearing stuff like that, knowing that we kind of helped out in a kind of strange, small little way.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure, thanks. I think one of the really great things literarily that the Harry Potter universe contributes is just a really great spectrum of relatable characters, which even though it's in this fantasy setting has really relatable everyday problems. And I'm just curious what characters in the Omniverse you particularly related to.
Seamus. I just blew up 2 microwaves in the last month.
How did you? What?
I already asked. I was like, how did this happen?
Well, one of them just blew up like it was an old microwave and kind of ran its course, and then I just got a brand new one, and I put in normal food, no meth, no nothing like that, and I went up for a shower, and then when I came back down from my shower, there was like smoke everywhere, and so
Maybe it's the outlet.
Sorry?
Maybe it's the outlet in the
Yeah,
wall.
it could be. Yeah, it's one of my Seamus moments.
So I think maybe Hermione, especially when I was little, I was so, I just had to be perfect all the time. And even at school, if I didn't get an A, it was like the worst thing ever, and I'd come home crying, such a strange child. My mum was so worried, she's like, maybe we need to get to go see someone. I was just always constantly wanting to do the best and was always taking control, and always had people coming up to me and being like, how do you do this, how do you do that? Always showing people like how I would do something and helping them out and things like that, I guess. So probably her.
I'm not really sure. I think because a lot of the main characters in Harry Potter, they're all kind of your age now when you were growing up. So yeah, it's kind of hard for me, but I think I'm probably part Ginny, part Hermione. Hermione because she's just books, school, which is kind of me because I'm very school, I write books. But then Ginny because she's a really friendly person. She likes to have a bit of fun. She's a bit risk-takey. Sometimes she'll take risks and stuff, which is me sometimes, depending. So yeah, probably between those two, but it's kind of difficult for me because obviously they're a lot older and stuff. So, but yeah.
Thank you. I'm just wondering, we know character houses, but what would your personal houses be in Harry Potter? What house would you
Slytherin.
Slytherin.
Yeah.
Oh, I went on Pottermore and I think I was praying that it was going to be Slytherin. I was going to be really upset and I was so anxious. And I got it and I was like, please, please. So maybe I willed myself too much or I answered some of the things so I would be Slytherin. But yeah, I just, Slytherin. Through and through.
Slytherin, definitely.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's too cool.
You got your blue nails on, like you do more of it.
I'm not sure because I'm a bit Hufflepuff because I'm Ravenclaw, I'm a bit because they're all intelligence and yeah, so I'm a bit of them. Gryffindor because sometimes I can be quite brave, but then I think I am a little bit Slytherin too. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I could split myself into 4 and go to each house. That'd be the easy way to do it.